You're a great bunch of guys.
Who are these guys?
A bunch of guys in a tent making s'mores.
Just banging chicks and eating cabbage, you know.
I think they're so funny.
Well, I'm a comedian. You know how I'm being.
I think that's funny.
Well, I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
Who cares?
We're starting a TV show.
Okay, the show's started.
Come on in, everybody's here.
Start the show.
No way.
Friggin' way.
Oh, no friggin' way!
No friggin' way.
No way!
We have worked on
some fun.
yeah, for the
safe,
record,
safe
everyone,
for work.
Yeah,
safe for work.
We have not had sex. I know people have a hard time,
Yes.
like thinking that I have friends,
yes.
platonic friends.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
They
make sense
assume that
that I just like anyone who comes into contact with me.
Yes, but no,
would have no reason to speak to me unless their penis is inside me, and I get it.
Yeah, yeah, but no, you are.
I don't get it actually.
No, it doesn't. Basically, people
We
just
are
assume.
friends.
Yes, we are friends. We are not coworkers.
Yeah.
But like we worked anyway.
Yes,
we worked on
we have worked on many projects together.
video projects. I've done some editing, and they've been super fun. You've done directing in the past, and I find that you have that skill set, and I appreciate working with you because you're able to like see the vision of whatever we're doing and able to communicate that.
Yes, well, thank you.
Throughout.
Thank you.
So that's mostly like how I know you.
Yeah,
And
yeah. And
kind of,
you know what I have to
and
say?
you have a lot of cool stories.
Thank you.
And-
I have to say to people out there, I guess I got to know you from having a show on Gas Digital. You were editing some of the stuff on my old podcast, and I just have to say, you were just nice and not creepy, and I guess that's pretty rare these days.
Is there a low bar?
There's a very
There's
low
a
bar, so you shouldn't feel that special. But because of that, there's not very many people I trust. I mean, and I don't even care if people are creepy in like a social setting because I know how to deal with that. But I cannot tolerate creepiness like in a work
Like
setting.
a one-on-one private.
And especially when my other, coworkers are going to be there and I'm going to vouch for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when it came to time to shoot some OFTV stuff, which is also not porn, it's completely safe for work. It's, it's actually like,
For the viewers, if they don't know about OFTV, I'm sure you've heard of OnlyFans, but there's also an offshoot called OFTV that's completely...
It's completely safe for work.
Safe
It's
for
like
work, and
their
they're
version
very-
of YouTube, and it's actually stricter than YouTube.
They're super strict. They have many stipulations what you can, like they've bounced back some projects and said this is too sexy, this is too suggestive, not even nudity, just like maybe dancing and whatnot. So they're very...
Or even talking about sex or anything.
It's almost like, so basically the idea is that, you watch the videos and you find somebody, maybe they're attractive and then you want to see them naked or go on to see what else they're up to besides, but the actual content is like very well produced. Like
yes.
It's like,
yeah, they're
4K,
very strict about that. Yeah.
It must be 4K. It can't be like amateur
They're very
iPhone.
strict about the audio.
Right. It's so strict about the audio.
Yeah. So when it came time for me, and OFTV is something important to me, and updating it is important to me, and it winds up being a pretty decent. It's fun, and it's also a kind of a source of income for me. Yeah. So when it came time to find someone to shoot that stuff,
yes.
And I do that stuff with Asa Akira, who's, a dear friend of mine.
Shout out to Asa.
Yeah, shout out to Asa. Hi, we love you.
We love you, Asa.
Like I, don't want to be like working with someone who's going to be creepy. Like I said, if I have a friend who's creepy and we're just like at a bar or something,
right?
Like, whatever.
Not somebody you're
I'm not saying I like want that, but I know how to deal with that.
You're kind of used to it, but
I'm used to it. But yeah, in a work environment, I can't tolerate that at all.
There's no room for it. There's no need for it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just trying to get something done and not this other.
Yeah, exactly. And then especially having you be around other friends of mine, like I would never want to vouch for someone and then have a friend,
constantly hitting on
that
their
would be
friends
terrible.
and making them uncomfortable.
And anyway, you weren't creepy, so I was like, "Do you want to do this and shoot stuff?" And I think that you had a great time, right?
I had a great time. So she, Joanna asked me like, you edit, can you film as well?
Mm-hmm.
And it went on. It grew from there, where I filmed something, somebody else edited, and then the last project I filmed and did the editing.
Yeah.
And
and
super
it's
fun.
just
I
a whole
appreciate
bunch of fun stuff where you get to run around the city with
just
me and Asa, and we like do a
Sherry
bunch of
DeVille,
things.
we did some, and
and we talk about history, and I don't know. Anyway, you can go watch it on OFTV. You can you can go see it.
It's very informative.
It is really informative.
There's a lot you can learn.
There is so much you can learn.
Did making slime? That was an episode.
Yes.
You learned the hard way. Slime is not that easy to make.
Yes,
to get the right consistency.
I made slime.
Learned how to
repotted plants.
We had a fun video for if you have a birthday near the holidays.
Yeah, like what to do.
And then the
how
New
to
York
repurpose
series
holiday
went to
gifts.
the old one of the oldest pizzeria. We went to view. So it's kind of like a travel show.
It's like a travel show.
I feel like I'm working on a travel show.
Yes,
so it's been
exactly.
It's been fun.
But we travel throughout New York City. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, this is not a podcast that promotes our only. But we're just describing. Yeah. So anyway, but we're just explaining how we met and how we are friends and how how this came to be. But here we are.
Yes.
Here we are.
Now we're podcasting.
Now we're podcasting.
And you had a night. It's 10:19. We're recording a little bit later today.
Yeah.
You had a dinner. You went out for dinner already.
Yes.
Was it a regular old dinner, or was it
no?
eventful?
This was actually. This was super interesting, and my life.
I'm so curious because you're starting off just super interesting, and I have guesses.
Well,
I don't know.
Okay, so I went to a dinner, and my life has been I'm in a crazy transitional phase where everything that was stable in my life is not really there anymore. And sometimes that's exciting and sometimes that's terrifying. But
it's scary, but feels free.
Sometimes,
but
yeah.
It's a good and a bad. And
yeah. But anyway, I will admit, I need some new friends.
It's hard to make friends.
It's hard to make friends when you're older.
Yeah, once you get over the age of 30, it becomes very hard to make friends. People they go to work, they have their relationship, they have their own family, and that's it. That's it. There's not a lot of room to go out and pursue
friendships.
Whatever you used to do as friends. You let's go to a concert, let's go to a music festival. It's so hard. Just booking and getting on the same schedule with people.
Exactly.
It just gets harder and harder. I don't think it has to do with necessarily, anything anybody's doing themselves to make friends.
No, it's just it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
when you get older. And I mean a lot of the friends that I have are in Los Angeles,
career,
from porn, and I do see them when I do porn events and stuff like that. And a lot of them I talk to them in between, but I don't really see them all the time.
They're not around.
And I do live alone, and I do live in Manhattan now, from Brooklyn, and I lived in Brooklyn for a while, and I will say, doing OnlyFans is my primary source of work.
So
it's not quite as social as
you're not going
as
on
studio. Yeah, I'm not on set every day.
You're not kind of doing
and I'm mostly doing stuff by myself. And if I do something, if I collaborate with someone else, it's like we meet up for an hour and that's kind of it. There's not like it's not like you go to work, And
it's sort of
it's different.
It's like remote work.
It really is like remote work, which is a great situation if you're married, you have kids, or you want to be able to. You're just an antisocial person, and I'm not an antisocial person, and there's a lot of things I like to do. And
I sort of know what you mean because, as like an editor, there's a lot of work that I can do at home.
Exactly.
But it is nice to come to the studio sometimes, but maybe it is more of a social thing. But you're just kind of around people. But everybody's doing their thing. They're busy. It's not.
Yeah, having a reason to be out of the house is anyway. So, of course, I was talking about this, or maybe texting someone about this.
About what?
About how I want to be friends.
Okay.
And also there's so many dating apps.
Oh, yeah.
But that's for dating, and a lot of times when I go out and I talk to someone, it just winds up being does this person want to have sex or not? And I'm not looking for that.
Guys or girl, friends.
Just friends. Doesn't matter.
Just friends.
So anyway, there is this, of course, because I was thinking about it and talking about it.
Yeah.
It came up on my my algorithm.
You got an app advertisement?
Yes, really? And there is literally an app, and it's called Time Left. Let me make sure I'm getting it right.
Time Left.
Yeah, hold on. I think that's what it's called.
Like, what does that mean? Like time left on Earth?
You know, I'm not in charge
Okay. Yes.
of the app.
But that's also I keep hearing about all these apps. So
yes,
there's,
it's
like,
called
apps.
Time Left.
Okay.
It came across my Instagram feed, and it's literally an app for making friends.
Is it like swipe right, swipe left?
No,
system?
no. It's
Okay.
basically like you sign up for it.
Okay.
And it's like a very low monthly fee. And then they ask you a bunch of questions about you, and they ask what area you're in. So I guess they only have it in certain areas.
Yeah.
It looked like, sorry, I didn't research this
cities.
completely. It looked like it started in Japan, I think.
Okay.
And so they have it in different cities. And so they did have it in New York, and they ask what area you're in, and they just ask a bunch of questions about you, and they book a dinner with 5 strangers.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
This is very cool. I've heard something similar like this.
Then they like basically like, you know, you pay this whatever. It's something like $12 or $15 a month or something.
Oh
So I was
my
like,
God.
whatever. So then they're like, oh, can you come, you know, on Wednesday at 7 p.m.? Yes, no. You know what I mean?
So it's
and
a dinner with 4
it's a
strangers.
dinner with other strangers.
Yeah, I heard about this summer.
So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, worst comes to worst, you're just at a dinner. Like you
And
can
it's
leave if you,
low
you know.
pressure
It's low
situation
pressure, and they
where
actually
nobody knows
are
anybody.
very strict. I like that they say like, this is not a dating app. Do not come to this dinner expecting to fall in love. I mean, if that happens to, you know what I mean? Like it's very like, this is, you know,
But
for
it's
people
not,
to have.
It's not just a hookup app.
Yeah. And
Yeah, yeah.
I was terrified. Like I
Yeah.
felt so weird. I actually really had to hype myself up. I was like, I really like, I was like, I'm such
What
a
were you
loser.
worried about? It was going to just be
No,
boring.
I guess
or
I
you
felt
just,
like depressed. Like, oh, I'm
Okay.
such a loser that I have to do this. And like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was sad and I don't know. I felt weird. And then I had such a great time.
Yeah?
I had so much fun.
That's amazing.
And they were just, you know, 4 different people I would have never come across in my whole life, you know, that all did.
Everyone got along with each other?
Everybody got along. We
were
all
you able
like
to
were
hear
very,
each other? Like you're at dinner? Like at a
yeah,
restaurant?
yeah. They pick the restaurant. They make the reservation. Everybody has to pay for their own dinner, so it's
Yeah.
not like, you know, whatever. And they even ask what your budget is for dinner, so they
Okay.
pair people together. You know what I
What
mean?
types of questions are they asking? Like, is it like, what type of music do you like? Is it
you know,
like,
it wasn't a ton of questions.
it's like personality based?
Yeah, I guess. You know, I can't even remember. It asked like 5 questions, and it wasn't a ton. It was like, where are you from?
Okay.
What language do you speak?
So what happens?
area? You know, and it's also
So you-
separated by area. You know, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
left it pretty.
So you show up there.
You show up.
Were
and,
you the first one?
No, I was the last one
the last
because
one
I
there.
was almost going to cancel.
You were
I
gonna
was
skip
like-
it.
I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. And then I was like, okay, I have to do this.
What were
now.
your expectations?
I honestly didn't know. I think that was the anxiety. Like I had no idea what to expect. So
That's why I always have low expectations. Because it's like, then you're just happily surprised.
and I
so you
I
got
just-
there,
I got there and
tables full already? You're like, hi, welcome.
yeah.
They all
yeah.
know your name already or no?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, and we just
That's insane.
they were just 4 very different people
So
of you know, and it was so much
Yeah.
fun. I had a great time.
did
They were
you
all really
exchange
nice.
information
Yeah,
afterwards?
We did. Yeah.
That's really cool. So do you have to pay, do you have to pay like per this event? Like, you know,
No, you don't pay for the event. Like
Oh,
I guess you just
nice.
pay for the app.
just
Yeah.
per app.
Yeah.
So like if you use
It's
it,
like I forget what it is. Like $10 or $15
yeah.
a month.
But if you
or
meet
something
10
like that.
times a month, if you meet once a month,
I
if you meet
think
20
they
times a
plan.
month,
I can't remember how many. I think they plan out two,
Okay, they plan-
two dinners a month or something. I can't remember.
you just jogged the memory loose in my head. Like,
Yeah,
from this,
yeah.
From this
I
summer because I had it was like,
It was fun. I had a really good time, and it was a dinner that was like 4 blocks away from me because you enter the
yeah.
area you want it. So it was really like no
Yeah, yeah. It
sweat off
wasn't-
my back. You know,
It wasn't
like
too difficult. It wasn't
yeah,
too
and it was the
stressful.
perfect time. It was at 7 p.m.
Low
So it's like
pressure.
that's the time of the day where it's like okay. I've done enough
Yeah,
work at
that's-
home.
no, it's
like
really good.
that's the time of the day when I'm like, oh, it would be nice if I could just
Basically around some,
have a low
some
key,
pe-
like you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like
No, it's
just someone
nice.
to eat with.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
and just like have conversation with.
I like it because usually if like, you know, if you want to eat with somebody, you know, it's like either like a business meeting or a date or something. So then, if you just have like 4 other people, it's kind of like less pressure. Nobody has to like
Yeah.
be talking all the time, and
Yeah.
there's no expectations. And
It was
so
fun.
what was it 4 other guys? Was it
No, it was one
was
other
it-
guy, and yeah, I guess there was only one guy and then
okay?
2 other women. So I guess it was one. So it was 4 people. So I guess somebody must have not shown up.
Did the date A date.
This wasn't a date.
Did it turn out okay? Because
was great.
This summer, it wasn't traumatic for me, but I was sort of involved peripherally in a situation where somebody almost died.
Wait,
Yes.
what?
So I was at the stand. I was in front of the Stand Comedy Club, and all of a sudden, across the street, somebody fell like off a bike or something like this, and then like,
how does this connect to an app where you make friends with people?
So
is this like I know what you did last summer?
Kind of, yeah. It's like it's like I go like this. So a lady like collapses, and some other guy ran over to help her, and they're like, she just collapsed. It's like, is she okay? And they're like, I don't know, she just collapsed. And someone's like, call 911. So then I end up calling 911 because I was just the one there because I went over to help, and then they're like, hello, and I was just like, yeah, she just passed out. And they're like, is she breathing and stuff? And then they're like, who is she with? And then it was like a bunch of people there. And I was like, who knows her? Who knows her? And then they're like, well, we all just had dinner with her, but nobody knows her. And I was like, it was so suspicious. I didn't understand this thing because there were like 7 people ate together.
Oh my God, do you think they were from this app?
They were from the app.
No,
I swear
really?
that. I heard about the app because I was like, time left is kind of, because I don't know if she's going to have that much time left because the ambulance is coming.
Wait,
but I remember hearing about that, but I was like, is this like a murder mystery? Did they all kill her together?
Oh my God.
But I think I don't know. She just, so nobody.
Maybe she got too drunk?
It may have just been like something else going on that she just had, but, it was just like a thing that.
So she fell down.
So she fell down. She was having like trouble breathing. And then like, I thought maybe it was an allergic reaction or something. Then the ambulance just kind of came and like took her away. But it was like a bunch of people standing around. They're like, we just met her. We all just met her. I was like, who's gonna go in the ambulance? And no one's like, no one knows her.
Did they know each other?
No.
So maybe they all knew each other.
They all had just met on that app that night.
It really was.
They really met at that app. And then afterwards, they're like, let's go to another bar. And they took like
because there was actually, I didn't go with them. They
went somewhere else.
They go to another bar. Like there's like a
second location.
After party. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, you're not coming. And then,
So that's the first time I heard of that app. It was
wow.
kind of so
okay.
it was like,
well, nothing like that.
Nothing
happened.
like that. Okay, that's good because I had this like thing in my head where I was like,
and that is super awkward.
Yeah, because nobody
really knew each other.
Nobody knew her. Like no,
now,
I was like, who's gonna go in the hospital?
Imagine if it was all set up by the app because this was like a bonding activity.
That's so because honestly, I felt that way. I was like, these people are they're gonna be closer than ever because hopefully
they're gonna Well, that's super interesting. So
sorry.
So I had dinner with people, and and they were nice.
Would you do it
people.
again?
Yeah, I'll do it again. I really enjoyed it. I liked it, and everybody was nice and respectful. And
did everybody was everybody like talking about their own lives? Was it kind of like, or was it kind of just like hanging out and just shooting the shit?
Yeah, I mean, it started with like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I live here. I don't know. It was just.
Interesting.
No,
I'm always looking to meet people. I have trouble I'm the worst at networking, and so it's like if there's a low pressure type thing where you can just
exactly.
find people.
No, it was not networking at all. It was just friendships. And it felt very weird and vulnerable, for me to say that. And I am very fortunate. It's like I have a lot of friends and no friends at the same time. Like I definitely have a ton of people where if something happened to me, I have people to call, I have people to talk to, I have a great family, but I guess I don't have very many people at the moment to just call and get a drink with or call and get dinner with,
It's hard. Different schedules. People don't drink anymore.
Yeah. And I now
they
live.
have to be close by. Yeah. It's like you need somebody in your vicinity that makes sense with that does this type of so it's like, there's all types of apps nowadays.
And it's also like, a lot of my friends, well, a lot of them don't live here, but even the ones that do, it's like it's good for me to hang out with people sometimes that aren't in the porn industry. You know what I mean? Because it's just like then you wind up just kind of talking about porn, and there's nothing wrong with talking about porn.
Yeah, you just don't.
And it's almost like I'm hanging out with family at this point. Like the other people in the porn industry, and sometimes it's just like good to interact with, and doing OnlyFans a lot of times there's just not a lot of there's not the same like community and social aspect that there was with doing studios stuff. But anyway, whatever.
That was a fun time.
It was fun.
So you just did that. You're happy you did it.
I'm happy I did it.
You almost didn't do it.
I almost didn't do it.
Wow,
and then
close.
I did it, and I had a great time.
Honestly, this is great. This is great advertisement for.
For Time Left. Yeah,
I
had fun.
want to check it out.
I mean, if you're another person that has no friends, friends.
Yeah, if you have no friends,
If you have no friends.
if you have trouble making friends, and you want to meet some new people and
you
hang
have
out
no
with
friends, no husband, no kids,
them, nobody wants to hang out with
and
you.
your dog is sick of you.
Try this.
Try Time Left.
I think there's going to be a lot of people on that app because I think nobody knows how to meet people. Nobody knows how to make friends. We just want to. It's like I just want to be at the place with people. And then somebody else figure that out.
It is really nice to have those ride or die friends that know everything about you and will accept you no matter what. But sometimes it is healthy to just hang out with someone who knows nothing about you.
Yeah.
You know, where there's just like, it's almost like you could start over. Yeah. They don't know all your garbage. You know, they haven't seen all your
and it's like
shit.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like you need new friends sometimes, and like a lot of times in life we go, I don't need new friends.
I've been through a lot in the last year or two, and it's like nice to just meet someone who wasn't there around those times. And I'm not saying like I hope I'm not being offensive to anyone. I really appreciate all the friends who have been there for me.
I think you're saying
I would be dead without them. Like,
I think we're constantly evolving and we're always reinventing
so
ourselves.
They get to meet,
you're the newest version.
Yes, exactly. They get to meet this new version of me without the older versions of me being there, and there's something just nice and healthy about that.
Yeah, this is the new version. Then you're meeting people on Time Left apps and
TimeLeft.com. No, we're not sponsored by them.
No,
not at all. Anyway,
but thank you for telling me about that app,
it was
and
fun.
that's exciting.
Yeah. But we can't go on the same friend date, like because we know each other.
I gotta check it out. It has to be
so you
only
should check
strangers
it out. Only strangers. I would, there was 2 dinners, like they had 2 tables.
Oh,
so
really?
there was two groups.
Did you want to go to the other table? Were you like, is that
I
a
think
cool
my table was
cool?
a good. I think my table made sense for me, and the other table made. You just.
I like it. Yeah, there's someone was telling me about an app for like if you like to go to like dance music or raves or something like that. There's an app called Radiate, and it's just kind of not
it's not for me.
Not your type. But all right, so let's start talking about some stories, some history.
Sorry, what's this podcast called again?
This podcast is called No Friggin' Way.
No Friggin' Way.
So that's so.
I was thinking in my head it was forget about it.
Forget about it.
And I don't know why I was thinking that. And I was like, wait, no, that's.
I think that was taken.
Well, I don't know. It's not like a mafia.
Yeah.
I don't know. So no freaking way.
No
so that's what this show is.
No friggin' way. So ideally,
and I'm auditioning to be the co-host of this new and exciting podcast called No Freaking Way, where we talk about
history. We talk about weird news. We talk about things that hopefully make you say, no friggin' way.
I'm into it. Okay.
No friggin' way.
Well, no freaking way. There's an app where you can make friends.
Wait, what? No friggin' way. So like no fucking way is the real thing in your head you can think of. But,
no, this is a family friendly show.
Exactly. So I mean, when I came up with it, it's no freaking way or friggin'. I went with friggin'.
I like friggin'.
So that's kind of where. So I have some things that you may or may not have heard of.
I would love to hear about them.
And some of them I found on the internet. Maybe some of them there was AI involved. And what we learned with AI is that AI is not always right. So we will if we hear something that sounds fishy, we're going to investigate whether it's real or not.
Let's investigate
because there's a lot.
Because we are detectives.
We're just trying to get down to what's going on in this world.
Yeah, and what we need to like say a disclaimer like this might be not all. What's the legal thing you said?
No, if I say something that sounds crazy, then we can type it up and look it up, and then we'll find the bottom. Okay. Yes,
we are not historians.
We are not doctors. This is not medical advice.
Right, this is not news.
This is alleged news.
This is alleged news. This is gossip.
This is all allegedly.
If it's not right, don't blame us.
Yeah, don't write your high school essay on this, or I don't know. Don't apply to college with any of this information.
We're just reading what somebody else said.
Yes. All right. So first story.
And calling it a podcast. Okay. Now, first story. What is it?
All right. Have you ever heard of a man named Napoleon?
Oh, yes.
You have. Okay, Napoleon.
A short guy. I'm a short person. I'm a short girl.
Wow. Okay. So you know about his height.
Yes,
okay.
we know about his height.
Apparently Napoleon, short guy, he was attacked by a horde of bunnies. Did you ever hear about that?
I've never heard about that. No, they did not cover that in history class.
Okay, that's good. So apparently they were organizing a massive rabbit hunt. Okay, So they have all these. They have
Why
3,000.
were they trying to hunt rabbits? Like, wasn't he like in charge of the French Revolution? Or
Yeah.
something?
So I think there was just kind of
right,
like
right. That
a
was, it was the
big.
French Revolution.
That was going on too, but they were like, let's do a little
Aren't-
hunting exercise for a show. We're gonna go on a hunting.
Let's
you
kill
know.
a bunch of rabbits.
Okay. So you don't like that already, right? Little cute bunny
Okay.
rabbits.
No. I mean,
So
like, why would they do that?
So then they release.
Just like
they say go.
like training. Like
Yeah, I
like
guess
a warm up.
like an easy target.
A warm-up.
Yeah, kind of. So they release all these bunnies. They say go, and then instead of the bunnies escaping and running, they turned around and started attacking Napoleon.
Oh wow.
So
How far did they get?
they
Like,
ate
did
him
they-
alive. No,
No.
but it said that they thought he was.
I just
food.
have this really funny image of like a bunch of bunnies. Like,
Yeah, that'd be like really cute. But I
Yeah,
think
it would be.
like if they weren't biting, if they were just like climbing. all
Yeah,
over.
I know.
But what I read was
that's
confused-
actually a really nice way to die.
That's why it's so scary. Like rabbits are cute, but if they turn,
No,
they're,
it's
like,
true.
They
I
have,
know,
like the
yeah.
red in their eyes.
Yeah.
But they were saying that they confused Napoleon for food. I was like, he wasn't that small. Like I feel like
They confused him for food. Was he tasty?
Was he a pellet? Like
Did
I feel
he have
like
like a?
So okay,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know why.
Did
they
he
did
look
it.
like a carrot?
Yes, it's rumored he did look exactly like a carrot. So then, okay, I went down a rabbit hole.
Okay.
Because I was like, okay, what do you call a group of bunnies, right? There's got to be like a name. You know, like how there's like murder is a group of crows.
I actually didn't know that.
You
but
didn't know that? So sometimes
like
groups
a
of
gaggle. Of
yes,
geese.
exactly.
I think that's the
so
only thing.
a lot of times groups of animals they have like a weird name
right.
for them.
So what is a pack of bunnies?
Okay, so this is what happened. So I was looking at it, and it was saying like herd, horde, and I was looking up groups of rabbits and bunnies, and then I saw all of a
It's
sudden.
just rabbits.
So it was very boring names. It was colony. I saw it said Warren, but that's something else. Boring names. And then all of a sudden I saw something. It said a fluffle.
A fluffle.
And I was like, ooh,
That's so cute.
that's so cute.
That is so cute.
And then, but then I had this idea. I was like, okay, that seems like almost made up or something. But I was like, that's the perfect name for what you would call a group.
Yeah, it is.
So then I looked into it and I found out that this name was made up 2 years ago.
What?
And there was an article I found that apparently
So just groups of
Somebody
bunnies
just-
were hanging out and they didn't have a name for it.
they had like a name. It was like a
there's just
herd.
no name. And somebody was like, I
Yes.
demand, I call you Fluffle.
A group
Not
of
demand,
a group of
just like,
people. They went on
and
Wiki.
now from here on out,
You can do
are
that.
Fluffle. You can do that. Would you just like enter it in the Urban Dictionary or whatever?
Yeah, they literally went to Wikipedia. They
And
put
they
it
just-
in,
they put it in.
and then somebody else saw that and they loved it and they start saying it, and now it's just part of the vocabulary. Now it's
Fluffle. That sounds like falafel, but like
I was thinking if
Fluffle. Okay.
holiday themed falafels going fa la 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 lawfuls.
Wow. You weren't. That's really
Business idea
That is
for the holidays.
I can't believe nobody's taken that.
It's a lot of letters.
Okay, so a Fluffle
So a
attacked
Fluffle.
Napoleon.
So they attacked Napoleon.
And how far did they get?
They only got up to about his knee.
Did
But
they cause any damage at all?
no damage.
No.
It was just a cuteness attack, basically. And yeah, it happened. But he was attacked by a fluffle of bunnies.
He was attacked by a Fluffle
Something you
of
learned.
bunnies. Okay.
All right.
And yeah, and
there-
he recovered.
he
and
recovered.
Then,
He was fine.
and then
but
led
it happened.
and
though.
then murdered a bunch of people in a war.
Yes. How many people do you think he's responsible for? If you had to take a wild,
Because he was like the
general.
general. He didn't do the dirty work.
He
had
didn't
other
probably
people-
do it himself.
Yeah, he had other people do it. I honestly have no idea.
It's-
I really have nowhere. I don't know. 10,000.
All right. It's difficult to know how many people exactly died in Napoleon's wars, but estimates range between 3.5 to 7 million people.
Oh, I was really off. That is a lot of people. I was like,
About-
10,000.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a bummer.
somewhere between.
That's a.
yeah, about like 1 million to like 3.5
Oh,
million
wow.
people.
I really underestimated the power of the
Look, you got to
Napoleon.
bet low.
Yeah.
on that. But yeah,
I
that's
was being optimistic, I guess.
yeah.
Wow.
Those
so-
bunnies,
yeah.
they could. The fluffle could have, changed the world.
They could have,
world.
like, imagine if. Okay, well,
Did you
Good to
know?
know. All right, so no freaking way.
No.
Is that like going to be a button? Woo.
I need a soundboard.
Yeah,
the
you need a
soundboard
soundboard,
is
yeah.
in the works.
Okay.
Did you know that a pope held a trial for a dead body before? No.
No. Okay, so like the Pope versus a dead person?
Yes.
Did the dead body come to court?
Came to corpse. No, so they okay. So it was the new pope dug up the old pope and put the old pope on trial in a chair and had a whole ceremony where he yelled at it.
No.
He accused it of things, and then and then I think
What did he accuse him of?
and then they threw it off the building.
What? Wait, so he dug him out of... All right, what was the new pope's name? This is psychotic. This is some kind of version of necrophilia, right?
Yeah, and it's just like, you know.
So
it's like yelling at like you.
Did he know this old pope?
I think so. I think it was just
they were like buddies, and then one died, and he took over.
He's like the new boss. He's like, I'm in charge now. And this last guy,
because he died.
You ruined the roads. The taxes are too high. You piece of shit. And like just being like really nasty and roasting the body
after he was dead.
He's dead.
He's like, how dare you?
Yes.
He dug him out of the grave.
Okay. His name is Pope Formosus. Was tried posthumously.
What year was this?
897.
897. A little before my time.
Yeah.
Sad I missed it. Okay, so 897. So this one pope.
So they ordered his
literally.
Exhumed him.
Body.
Exhume him.
Okay.
He's exhumed now. Zoop, and now he's so Formosus's body was dressed in papal robes and propped up on a throne.
Okay.
So he's just like
at least he put him on a throne.
That's beautiful. In robes
nice.
too. He robed
in robes.
him.
So he got him out of the grave. He cleaned him off.
Clean him up.
Dressed him up. Put a robe on him because you don't want like a naked.
No.
You don't want a naked dead guy.
No, you want him to seem regal and powerful.
I'm like getting the weirdest image right now. I'm like imagining.
I'm imagining just like falls over halfway through.
I know. I'm imagining a naked corpse and then him being like, put a robe on him.
That's indecent. So they put him in the throne. Okay.
I put him in the throne.
In papal robes. He's propped up.
He's propped up.
They're like holding him. He's
and then they just yelled at him.
Yes.
So wait, how was this a trial?
So he was found guilty though.
wait.
He was
so
charged.
There was really a trial.
Yeah.
They're like.
I think like the jury.
Bring him up to the witness.
The jury is like, what is this?
Was there a jury and a judge?
Yes.
No.
That's what court is. Yeah.
Oh,
I think they were
so
all
upset.
and they
we
all
didn't get to go.
I wish there was court TV back then.
Yeah, right. Judge Judy. This would have been like a field day for her.
Bring in the plaintiff.
It was actually a trial.
It was a defendant, not the plaintiff.
This is some sick
Formosus
fucked up shit.
Yeah, Formosus was charged with perjury.
So he's like,
answer the question. Answer the question, or you'll be in contempt. And the body
sentenced to life. Sentenced for life. He's like, I'm already dead. There's really nothing worse you can do to me.
You can't sentence me to life.
Wow.
They brought him back to life. That was his charge.
Oh my god.
He was charged with perjury, illegally becoming pope, and holding multiple bishoprics at once.
Bishop what?
Yeah, what is that? Bishoprics. One word. I've never heard of that.
Bishoprics?
Bishoprics.
Like one word? Bish.
It's like bishop and then RIC.
Wow. Bishoprics.
He had too many at once. That was his main crime? I don't know what that means.
Bishoprics?
Bishoprics.
I don't know.
So it was 9-month-old corpse when he dug it up. So it'd been there for a little while.
Was there like...
He was sentenced to
how
have
much
3
was,
fingers.
left of him? Like, don't they...
Yeah. There's probably like a little. It's probably patchy.
So like
Formosus was sentenced to have 3 fingers.
Like, was that normal at the time?
I don't think so. I think people were all like,
but they went along with it. They're like, well, he's the Pope.
Yeah,
we got to do what he says. Whatever the Pope wants.
So he wanted to revisit the crimes of his predecessor. The trial raised a lot of debates about it caused outrage and
well, yeah, I mean it's pretty fucked up.
It's considered it's called the Cadaver Synod. It's considered one of the most bizarre incidents in papal history.
In what history?
Papal.
Like Pope.
Yep.
Oh, I never knew that word, papal.
At this trial,
okay.
a dead pope wrenched from the grave, was brought into a Roman courtroom, tied in the presence of a successor pope, found guilty, and then
what? Like, did they send him to jail?
Subjected to the most barbarous violence.
Did the dead pope get a lawyer?
Did they just like beat him up? Your Honor.
Yeah.
Esquire.
It's like like did he get a public defender? Like what did it?
That defender's
I don't think this was a very fair trial.
The defender's sweating. He's like, he's really
He's like,
stressed.
come on.
This, Your Honor.
We went over this.
Is ridiculous. Like, what are they hoping to get out of it? He's dead.
Know.
He's dead.
I mean, I get,
No,
I guess he had a point to prove.
But it was just like it was just the yelling at the body. They were just yelling at him a lot.
They had unfinished business.
Why would you do like what would you yell?
He died before he got to really say what he needed to say.
Oh, man. Can you imagine you're in
So the moral of the story is if you have beef with someone, if you are angry at someone, if you don't like someone, tell them. Yell at them.
Yeah.
Yell at them because they might die. And then you're going to have to dig them up.
That's expensive.
And and everyone's going to think you're weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you could get away with it these days. So you need to make sure that you get it all out while they're alive. You don't want them to die and think, I should have told them how terrible they were.
But on the other side of it, that's kind of nice. Like
he got some closure.
Everyone is watching
That's a
you.
good way to get closure.
Everyone's on your side, and you're just like.
Oh, but were they on his side? I mean, to be honest,
they were all.
I don't know what the beef really was, but I'm going with the dead guy's side.
I think the crowd that was sitting there probably watching the ceremony.
Well, I mean, of course they have to go with the guy.
They have to sit there, but they're probably like, "This is not right. This is not." Cool.
I mean, I don't.
I don't know if they had actual beef with each other or if he was just the new person. Like when you get to a new job and you're like, everybody before, they were doing things wrong back then.
Right.
But usually you just address it.
And then you realize after time, you're like, well, I get why they did it that way.
Yeah. But usually like you just kind of talk about it. Like, we're doing things different now.
Yeah.
We don't bring in the corpse of the last person and tell them that. Like,
exactly.
This, Yeah. So luckily, it's good and bad.
It's like
nowadays, we got to appreciate living in the modern world because back then, it was different.
Yeah,
and like you had to go to church and like watch this.
Yeah, it's like if like a band, if you really like their old album better than their new album,
what do? You dig up,
and they're dead.
Oh,
Or maybe they're not dead,
Do you think?
Then maybe you really just like their old stuff and you go to their concert and they're only playing the new stuff and you went to the concert to see the old stuff and they're just playing the new stuff and you're like, I didn't come here to see the new stuff. Like, what is this? I don't have your new album. I came here to see the old stuff. And so you, instead of,
what should they do? Should they make like
should
the body?
I guess these days the equivalent. The equivalent of these days would be to go on Twitter, go on Instagram, and just talk shit. I guess that's what that guy was doing. He needed to talk shit.
He did
about him, and he wanted him to hear. It's like when you go online, the person could see it, but you're not really doing it to their face. You know what I mean?
He just needed to vent a little bit. Like he
needed to vent, and he wanted him to know, but he didn't want him to like be in front of him alive.
He didn't want the.
So I think he was just ahead of his time. If this happened today, he would have just talked shit on the internet.
Yeah, he would have had an avatar.
He
would have been anonymous. Because it sounds like he's afraid of the confrontation. He didn't want a back and forth. He just wanted his one side.
Yeah, exactly. He only wanted his one side, which is what these like keyboard warriors do.
It's just one side.
So he was just ahead of his time. He started Reddit.
He would have been the Redditor for sure. He
was the predecessor
this
to
is the way it is.
Reddit
and that's what it is.
Or Twitter.
What about this? Like when you go to like you see a band and
it's like he didn't tag him.
No,
he didn't tag him.
Exactly.
It was a subtweet.
Yes,
it was the first subtweet.
He didn't even tag.
He didn't even tag him, and the other guys just living his life or death. And he hasn't blocked, so he doesn't even see what's going on.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm out here.
He's in an echo
I don't
chamber.
care. I'm just out here, doing my thing.
Yeah,
in the fucking ground, and you're you're being crazy. So that's what's going on, you know. So he was just ahead of his time. Wow, I can't believe
the original.
I'm so glad
echo
we
chamber.
figured out where Twitter came from.
How do you feel about this? You were talking about bands when they get new singers.
Yeah,
and
I don't
whatnot.
know why it was the only thing I could think of, and then I was like, oh, nobody's dead in that scenario. But yes, okay.
Okay, let's say you go to. You know how they have like new singers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like you're like, it's not the same as the old singer.
Sometimes
they're
it
very
is.
good.
I've seen scenarios where where members have been replaced and it is really good.
But sometimes like maybe there's like not any members or like there's like one member and like everyone else left.
Yep.
But what if like somebody died or whatever? What if they brought the dead body to every show and it was like on this and you could be like, I'm in the same room at least with. Or I'm not saying they prop them. I'm not saying they prop it up.
I don't think that's legal. Or
what if they animatronic?
I think that is.
Can they make it like robot? Like can they make it move?
I mean, I have actually heard. Didn't they do like a Prince concert with like a hologram type thing?
I think a hologram, but not
VR hologram situation.
I was saying like if they somehow like make the dead body move.
Right. That is.
I don't know.
I don't
are we there yet?
No, we're not there.
I think most people would be probably disturbed.
Although you know, I mean,
because they have like they ever see those people that are buried?
No. God, I went to this party.
And they had something like what I'm talking about. The animatronic.
God,
dead
I
corpse
can't remember the name of the venue. The Brazzers party at AVN. They had it in this underground
dungeon.
No, it wasn't a dungeon. It was like a world, like a
underground world.
A whole thing. Like he's prepared for the zombie apocalypse. Like he had a whole. Like it looked like you were outside, but you were inside. You know, like you could live on this underground. I don't know.
When you say it looks like it's outside, like there was a bunker. Or like
it was like a bunker, but yeah, like there was a part where it actually like felt like you were outside, like there was like fake grass and like sky.
It was sky too.
Yeah.
So
and it actually felt like you were outside.
Whoa.
Like, and there was like a sliding door, so you had an inside and an outside, but it was technically all inside. Anyway,
this is not real.
In addition to that, I forget.
Where's
I forget the guy's name. It was in Vegas, of course. But in addition to that, he had people frozen like in a, what do you call it, like a chamber.
Wait, like actually people living in a cryogenic chamber?
Yeah, well they're not living, they're dead, but yeah.
Dead people?
Yeah, he had a few of them there. I thought they were like heaters,
just props or
water
something?
pumps or something.
Way.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, what's this?
Yeah,
and he's like, well,
but
that's
then
actually
he was like very like
protective.
Dude, look up Vegas
underground
world. What is it? Cryogenic. I mean, I can find it if I look. I mean, it's like a place.
Okay, it says this one. The first one says an $18 million underground house in Las Vegas couldn't be sold. Owner of underground bunker house that didn't sell.
That might be it. I mean, it was like a mansion.
So it was underground, but you're saying it looked like it was. There was a sun.
Yeah, it was underground. Yeah, you go inside and then you go downstairs and then But anyway, he had dead people in there. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, this seems normal so far. Okay.
No, it was. I mean, look, you can rent it out for parties.
So it's an Airbnb with bodies in the walls.
They're not in the walls. They're in like refrigerated. like you wouldn't.
Did it make sense? Was it just like next to the fridge?
No, it wasn't.
Like
I mean,
art?
It was like
art
you would think it was like a pipe, like
a column.
Yeah. And then I didn't know.
There's
what
no warning. There's not like a sign
because you can't see them.
Oh, you can't see them.
No, you can't see them.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like it looks just like a metal pipe.
I thought you could see them.
No, you can't see them. And then there was like on the wall, I guess, because he was like very like into this science.
Yeah.
Like there was like a like a shelf with like. Articles and like trophies and kind of like he was in a lot of like research, whatever magazines of sorts. He seems to be very well known for this. So I was just kind of walking around the party and I was kind of drunk, or like, just like a little, it was a long weekend. I just kind of like looked at this shelf and I was like, oh. And it was like, articles about the guy who owned the house.
And you're like cryogenic frozen bodies.
Yeah, and then I looked over there and I was like, and then I was like, oh my God, there's dead people everywhere. I feel like there was like 3 or 4 dead people.
Is it an art thing?
No. I mean, they're frozen.
Are they?
To whatever. Why do people do that? So they could come back to life later?
Is it like his relatives, his friends?
You
like,
know,
I
don't remember.
Just
you could probably find out but I don't remember. I think they were just strangers. I think who just wanted to, to be frozen.
So I don't know if it was that's just like a flex when you're so rich you could just buy and you can have that's just a dead person. This was like a storage situation.
Yeah, I think people, from what I know, from what I think I remember, I mean, I think people negotiated this before they died. Like they wanted this, and he had the capacity to do it.
Wow. Do you want to be frozen?
No.
Do you want to be a column in a party house?
Nope. That I don't want
Holy
to do that. Nope.
I mean, that's insane. There's a lot of weird scientific stuff going on these days.
That is not something I want to do. But no freaking way. Wait, so what's the guy's name? Now that we're
you want his name?
What is his name, or what's the?
Yeah. So people call it the Las Vegas Underground House.
Okay, what is the guy's name? It's like this. He's a scientist, I think, or he's a I
Cold
forget.
War bunker, 2.5 miles from the Strip. It's changed hands over the Stephen LaForge.
Yeah, that I think that's that. Yeah.
Or that's the.
Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about, but that sounds like a scientist's name. I don't want to give the wrong information.
Yeah, me neither. Because it says the original owner's name was Jerry Henderson. So I don't know if it's the original owner, but let's see. It's a businessman, a philanthropist who was the director of Avon Products, doing stuff of outdoor barbecues, putting the green in the lighting. I'm not seeing anything about the corpses. They're really burying the lead about this. They're just showing a nice house. That's so cool, though. I mean, that's
no, it's awesome.
That's
yeah, and
cool.
that's inside, but outside. Yeah, no, it's great. It's beautiful in there.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
I would not.
I would not. Yeah, I didn't know that.
But nobody's talking about the bodies besides you.
Besides,
I was like, really,
did I make it up?
Maybe that's why the house didn't sell.
Yeah, I think that's why the house didn't sell, because I don't think they can move those. They have to stay there, right?
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about cryogenics. I know
I don't either.
Does it work? It doesn't work yet, right? That's just like I think you're hoping.
Isn't like Walt Disney frozen?
I think Ted Williams. Yeah, I think like the people that are rich and know what they're doing.
I mean,
so they're just hoping.
No, but so far nobody's been able to.
Yeah,
I guess they're still there.
I mean, shit. I mean, we might be close.
Maybe like AI can figure it out.
I think AI might figure
it out. It'll
what if we live in a world
make them talk like
yeah, like they have hands real crazy. They walk really weird. It's like glitchy.
Or at least they can like figure out what they would say, I guess. Then somebody would just have to figure out how to make them say it. I feel like I can picture it. We're not that far.
We're not. No, I think like we are closer than not.
Somebody's gonna open up the fridge and
one day
house.
Yeah, I don't know. That's people don't think about what we don't appreciate the world we live in right now. But like in 2 years, they can be bringing bodies back to life. And we're gonna be like, we shouldn't.
And then Walt Disney will be.
I mean, that'd be cool.
And he's going to be like a Nazi.
He doesn't,
right? Wasn't he like?
I think he didn't like Jews or something.
Or
like he said something anti-Semitic.
Yeah, he didn't like Jews. There's a lot of Jews that go to Disney, so he's going to have to figure that out. I am one of them.
Did you like Disney movies growing up?
Yeah. Who doesn't? You're a sociopath.
Yeah. I think they.
And I actually really like going to Disney.
Yeah. I don't know if as Disney fell off. I don't really watch it as much these days. Would you say it was better?
Oh, the actual movies? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm just talking about like the actual park.
Mm-hmm. Do you like Disneyland or World better? According to your professional opinion. I don't know if I've been to Land. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I hate saying that.
Really?
Yeah,
I think I've only been to World. But
Disneyland is better.
But Land is.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is it like the nostalgia? Is it like the decorations? Is it the rides or just?
I think Disney World is also. It's like too big.
Is it Florida?
It's too big and it's overwhelming. And I actually think Disneyland is like cheaper than Disney World. And I think I don't know. It's just better. It is. It just feels like it makes more sense. But I ran the Disney marathon.
Oh yeah, that is something about you that you just do. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I did the
you
Disneyland.
Run like not just.
It was a half marathon. And you
don't just run for like fun or like you run like marathons.
Yeah, I do.
Like you run like competitive like.
Well, I'm not really competing because there's no chance I'm going to win. But,
I guess. But like even to finish one is insane. I don't know. I ran track in high school. I was like an indoor sprinter. I have no stamina for running distances. So I appreciate anybody who can just run for miles.
I love doing it. I mean, it's like...
Did you always run? Like
no.
in high school or growing up?
No.
You picked it up later in life?
Yeah.
And you're just good at it?
Yeah. I just like it. I don't know. I think, I just
run
go.
for a while.
I could just keep running. Yeah, I'm not that fast,
No, but like you don't get tired and stop.
I don't get tired. I really don't.
That's
It's really
impressive.
weird. Like I'm not super fast, but like I think I just have like unlimited energy. It must come from years of doing porn. I'm not even joking. Like,
I mean,
because I came from an era of porn where like we would shoot for like an hour and a half of like now sex scenes are OnlyFans and stuff, like we shoot for like 15 minutes or maybe 20 minutes and like whatever. Like I came from a time where you had to shoot hardcore and softcore and like you had to shoot a lot of different things, for all these different
because
versions.
there would be like
a cable version and like this.
Yeah, and there would be like a photo shoot or like there would always be pictures.
The pictures and everything took a while because of the different cameras and switching lenses and the lighting and this and that. So like sometimes you'd really be fucking for like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
I know you don't want to talk too much about porn, but I guess I just want to know
I think that did prepare me for doing marathons. Like I think there's just something in my body that's like, no, you can't get tired. You got to keep going. Like I think I just learned that. From porn, where it's like, no, keep going, because there were even sometimes I'd be on set for like, I would shoot these big movies and I'd be on set for like 15 hours.
Holy shit.
But I loved it. I loved it. Some people hated it, but I loved it.
Yeah. It's just a long day. And
it was a long day. And then you would be like doing like dialogue, like acting all day. And you'd shoot the sex last. Normally that's what you do. Everybody does it different. But typically you shoot all the plot, I guess. And then you shoot the sex afterwards. So you'd be shooting sex at like, after a whole day of work.
So you get there how early to do these things? Like,
I mean, I'm going to say the most extreme day. Like, there's definitely been a time where I got to set at like 8 a.m. and didn't leave until like 1 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you act out the story and then you
and then
take the pictures
makeup and then you.
But it's all very like.
But this would be like when we'd have like 50, 40-page scripts. You're doing like multiple scenes and this. I don't know. Whatever.
But it's all broken down. It's like, because when you watch a scene, you see it's all like continuous, but with the actual shoots are very like segmented and broken down, and like.
The sex is usually pretty continuous, unless it's something specific where there's like plot.
Okay.
Points in the sex, like while they're having sex, somebody has to hide a thing or
okay,
or
it's not like we got to get this position and take the pictures and then go to the next thing.
Most of the time. Look, everybody does it differently. Most of the time, the sex is like continuous or whatever. But I there were times where I'd be shooting sex at like 2 a.m. after like a whole long day. Anal sex, nonetheless. So like I'd have to be really careful about what I ate all day. So it's like your brain. There was just something in me that was like, no, you can't be tired.
Yeah.
Wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like you have no excuse.
Yeah. Your brain is
my brain just like, so I think I just kind of developed it. And I actually kind of
your mental stamina,
like
your mental stamina is probably crazy strong.
Yeah.
And then your physical.
And I do know it's like part of ADHD. Like you kind of like to be under like you perform well under stressful situations.
Yes.
Like when there's like, literally like do or die. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel like the marathon is. It's like
awesome.
You have no choice once you start.
Yeah.
If you have to stop and like like that's like
that's true. Because I'm the same way with ADHD. Like if I have to think about things too long, because you overthink a lot, and then
you have no time to
paralysis
think. You just
by
gotta
analysis.
go.
Yeah, if you just
and like you also don't like to give up, so it's not like I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna just like.
Yeah. Becomes
like there,
because
there have been marathons I did where I really didn't train at all, and it would be on like mile 5, and I'd be like, this is so dumb of me.
Yeah.
I'm like hungover. I didn't eat the right foods yesterday. I didn't get like the right shoes. I should have gotten different ones. I definitely have done now like not full like half marathons where I was not. And I'm like, this is really dumb, and I should just go home. Of course, I could never.
You can't give up.
I would not be able to live with myself if I gave up. Like I wouldn't. Yeah, no,
I get it.
It's like I just can talk to my body, be like, you got this.
So you're
Figure it out.
You're able to
come on.
That's important.
Walk it off. I just have that in me, and then you get excited. You know.
It's important to be able to like override.
Does that
your
mean
feeling.
I'm like a masochist? I don't really know.
No, I think like you're able to like push through. Like because for me sometimes it's it's I can if I can find an excuse or something. It's tricky. Like if you're like, well, let's say you don't want to go for a run. You're like, well, you're tired, or like you shouldn't run because you don't want to get hurt. There's always like a way to get, unless you just say, no, you're doing this and that's what we're doing. And that,
but once you're far out enough, it's like, what are you going to do? If you leave, you still have to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're going to still have to walk back.
Yeah, exactly. You have to find a way back.
Interesting.
Anyway, so yes, I did run the Disney marathon. I don't know where we got.
Okay.
The Cairo. I don't even know.
So you did a Disney marathon. So
I did a Disney marathon. It was a half marathon. Yeah, it was actually.
I didn't think about that part.
It was really awesome.
Okay, so
I loved it.
So there's fun places to run through, like scenic and everything. And
Disneyland
is one
you
of
actually
them.
it started at like 5 a.m. So you're there before the park opens, and it's like you have a whole park. You have the whole Disney to yourself, and some of the characters are out, and you can stop on the way.
I think
and take pictures with characters. It's so cool.
I think just that experience to be in the place.
I watched the sunrise like over.
There's no kids and
castle.
stuff in there yet.
No, there's nobody there.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I think like some celebrities can like rent it out.
I've known some people who've done that, but that's so. Why would you
unnecessary?
That's so not nice. Whatever. That's next level.
But if you've never done a fast pass before, listeners, I recommend trying that out once in your life. Skip the line. It's a little bit extra, but.
They don't really. It's a little different now. You can't really skip the line. It's a little different.
It's like a different line for like people with the.
I can't even begin to explain it. It's a little complicated. I don't think the fast pass exists anymore.
Okay, I know it does.
It's
like
different.
Six Flags.
It's like a genie.
Okay.
Basically, you have to like in the morning sign up for which rides you want to go on, so you get like a time.
Okay. Like a schedule time type of thing. Yeah,
right, and you can pay for that.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know, it's complicated.
The one at Six Flags is kind of like you pay like $50 more, and you just kind of like literally skip the line and get to go.
Right, but then I think what happened is Disney used to have that, but then too many people got that, and then that line wasn't fast anymore, so they had to figure out another system.
That does make sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like now when I go to the airport, I do go to pre-check, and the line for pre-check is longer.
It's just as long. Yeah.
No, it's longer sometimes.
Longer.
Yeah, and it's like, well.
Yeah, they got to figure out.
Got to make it harder, I guess. I don't know. All right, what's next?
Did you know
freaking way. So anyway,
I'm having a great time so far.
Look up Cairo. What is it called?
Oh, cryogenic.
Cryogenic.
Have you ever done that? By the
guy's
way,
name.
In terms of like, have you ever done like cold plunges? Do you ever do that?
Okay, I did a cold plunge once. I hated it.
Not a fan. Yeah, I haven't done one.
I
but
was like, I'm just sitting in a cold water. What am I doing?
But they do like cryotherapy.
Yeah, I know. I never done that
not
either.
interested.
I just not my thing. I just want to run and sleep.
And do you run in the winter?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah.
Like you
I actually love running when it's cold.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of shoes? Like, do you have special shoes to not slip?
No, well, I'm not going to run when it's icy.
Okay, but you're running.
If it's icy, I'm not going to hurt myself. But yeah.
When was the last time you ran?
I'm sorry. The Disney marathon.
Okay.
I guess that was like almost 2 weeks ago. So
oh wow!
I do need to go on another run. Yeah, I meant to run today. I didn't. But I'm going to go on a run on Saturday. Saturday are my running days.
Do you have another competition planned or another? Like,
I'm going to do the New York half, the New York City half. Sometime next month. I don't know. I'm basically doing a half marathon every month.
I'm very impressed. I'm serious. I can't even. That's above like anything I could do. So respect.
Thanks.
This one, this doesn't seem true. This one I'm gonna read.
No,
but this one says.
Okay, so what is it? Are we supposed to guess if it's true or false? Or we just say no freaking way?
You can just say whatever you think. How does this sound?
Okay.
It says on the Titanic, somebody brought a mummy on the Titanic, a cursed mummy.
What?
Doesn't that sound like what? Like,
that wasn't in the movie, so I don't know. Let's get Leonardo DiCaprio on the phone.
That would have like totally changed the whole vibe of the movie if there was. Yeah,
they need to have another movie where it's like a horror
movie.
Yeah. That's a whole.
Can you imagine just floating in the water?
Yeah.
And
okay, so what did the mummy? Did the mummy make it sink? I mean, what?
That's what there's. They say.
Isn't a mummy? I mean, a mummy is a person, like a wrapped up dead person.
It's just like but they say cursed mummy. So if it's cursed, I don't know. That's got to be bad vibes, bad luck. Okay, it says
in what? Like in a bag, like in a carry-on bag.
They
didn't have TSA.
They had no like a metal detector or something.
So are they saying like the cursed mummy like made the ship sink? Is that what's going
that's
on?
what they are.
Is that why you're not allowed to bring mummies on boats anymore?
I think so. Yeah.
Is that why there is a strict mummy check?
Ruined it for every.
Yeah, because the last time I went on a cruise, they were like, "Does anyone have any mummies?"
Like I do, but it's not cursed. It's not a cursed one.
All right.
It's like,
Okay,
sorry,
fine.
we can't accept any mummies anymore. Cursed or not cursed. I'm sorry. It's out of our control.
It for everyone.
It's not up to me. It's just the company's policy. I'm sorry. And
I just work here.
Like what?
You're gonna have to take it up with the man.
So
I'd like to speak to the manager.
Sir, you're not getting on this boat with that mummy. You can throw it out, and he puts it in the garbage, just legs upside down.
You can hang out with the mummy over here.
Yeah.
You can do everything you need to do
not
behind.
Getting on
you
that
can't get on that boat.
And like, I'm imagining it's like actually really cursed. It's going like,
yeah.
It's
like, calm down, shut up. He's like,
smoking.
he's like, I'm so sorry, I can't bring you on the boat.
It's like red.
Yeah,
light.
and it's like, well, now you really pissed him off. Now everything's worse.
Its eyes light up red. Yeah, they're saying that a cursed mummy caused the Titanic. And you know what? I don't want to do too much. It says, all right.
It says what?
Clearly a hoax.
It says JK.
Someone said,
it says JK, LOL.
Clearly a hoax.
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
This story is
I
clearly.
didn't see any of that in the movie.
That would have been, like I said, I never let go, Jack.
Yeah.
Just the mummy.
Would it be so cute if the mummy saved him in the end?
Honestly, if he
if like maybe.
Or if like
maybe
you know,
she wound up with the mummy.
like when he sinks down and then but then the mummy pops up.
He's like, ta-da! And it's like, you're
I mean,
here.
or if like that's how they were saved. If like they floated on it, just like they're swimming away on top of the mummy raft.
Yeah, you know.
I think they should change that rule.
Yeah, no freaking way.
Did you know?
I feel like we need like a rating, like on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay, I like this idea.
How?
Okay.
How no
freaking way was that? Scale of 1 to 10. How no freaking way?
You know, I'm just gonna show up. You can decide.
You can make up any bits and ideas. And
okay. Well, I think that we need a rating system.
You can give it a rating. What would you give that?
I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 0 because I don't believe it.
No. All right.
Or is it a 10 because it's no freaking.
I think it's got to be on a 10. Okay, on like.
So then you would have to say some stories that are real and some that are fake, and we would have to.
Or on the levels of like
everybody likes a good competition, you know. So we're gonna have to think of.
It should be like on how unbelievable it is. So if you're like no fuck, like if you
like
go like
myth or fact.
Like and if you go like this, if you're like no friggin' way, like no fucking way, like just you don't believe it at all possible, that's a 10. So
okay.
Like,
all
okay,
right,
this one...
We'll fine-tune that for next time.
Like this one, okay, wombat poop is cube-shaped. Okay, if you heard that, would you like, I believe that, that's possible. Or be like,
I do believe
no
that.
fucking way.
I could believe that.
Okay. Now, how about this? Why?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Okay, I don't either, but there was a reason here. And
what exactly is the difference between a bat and a wombat?
The wom. Sorry, I believe they're actually very different. What do you think a wombat looks like?
Honestly, I'm just picturing a bat.
Really? So you think it flies? It's got wings?
Yeah, right?
You know what? I thought it was
Maybe
something.
I don't know what a wombat is.
I imagine a wombat's like a koala. Let's see.
What? All right, let me see.
I think it's like an Australian little furry thing.
It's not at all a bat. It's like, it's not even close. it's like if there was an opposite.
Yeah, so it's not flying. I don't think it's nocturnal. It's just kind of like
nothing aside from the BAT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me take a look at it and see how.
Yeah, can we watch a poop? No.
Yeah, there's a video. Look up Google Siri.
But oh wow, interesting.
A wombat pooping.
So it kind of looks.
Oh my god, that actually
looks like a little loaf of bread.
Looks like charcoal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like charcoal that you put on the grill.
Bread.
Oh my god, he's so cute. The wombat is so cute. Is it
they are
Australian?
Very cute. Yeah.
Australia has the cutest animals.
They do. They've got koalas, kangaroos.
They have so many
wombats.
animals.
Have you ever been to Australia?
Yes, I have been to Australia.
I have as well. I went on school
Oh, was
trip.
that you doing in Australia?
No, that was British, but Australian is more like nar. Nar.
I do always get confused between a British accent and Australian.
But wombats, okay, so they've got cubed-shaped feces. But the reason why it said, I was like, why or something. Oh, no, it just said for no reason. It said they have cubed-shaped poop so it won't roll away. And
why do they not want to say? Why
would they evolve to the point so they're
do other people eat their poop?
I have no. It was racking my brain.
Why can it roll? Why can't it roll?
Just let them roll.
Why can't it roll?
Unless like it's just rolling down a hill and maybe alerting the enemies. And
no, that's no freaking way. That doesn't make any sense.
It's not. It's not. So it doesn't roll. Yeah, that one is.
I don't know why it has to be shaped like a cube. I didn't even know what a wombat was until a minute ago. I thought it was a bat, and it's not.
I don't know. Somebody made a cartoon of a wombat
so
on the toilet with the cube-shaped fecal.
It looks, that looks like very healthy. Like it looks like, like they must eat a lot of fiber.
Yeah,
that's like.
If I saw like perfectly shaped cubes, I'd be like.
Yeah, be like, yeah.
It
doesn't look like it looks.
Like factory is working.
Yeah, like it's. Do they have a cube-shaped like buttholes?
It has to be, right?
Right? That's so cute.
Wombat asshole.
Suddenly, like cops are going to come in here, like some kind of. You're under arrest for bestiality.
Wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, so I'm seeing a butthole.
You're looking up the square butthole.
It does. I can't really see.
Oh my god!
I'm looking for like a Play-Doh shaped like mold.
We are seriously looking at. Oh my god! Look, it's so cute.
It is very cute.
Oh my god, that is a fat wombat. Hey, look at that one. That was. Oh my god, look at him. That one looks like he's literally like spreading his butt cheeks open. Right? It looks like a porno pose when you look back and like where you're trying to get your butt and your face in the same shot.
Yeah, this looks like
when a camera guy's like, all right, look back a little bit.
Yeah. This is only wombats.
No, seriously, only wombat. Okay, I'm just saying it's really cute.
OWTV.
He's a naughty one.
All right, so
they're
no
Australian and they have square poops.
Cubed anuses.
And they have cubed anuses. It's like ice cubes, but poop.
Like some.
I mean, they look like nice.
That could be trending soon. I don't know if people could put like a little like. Could you put something in your butt?
Like a cube,
like a mold, like a cookie cutter,
and then it would. I guess I could try.
On next season, Joanna
I guess I got
Angel.
nothing else to do later. I could try. I could give it a good try.
You gotta get like a star shaped.
Yeah, like a cookie cutter. Yeah, and then see if it comes out. But I've never pooped in my life, so
yeah. But I feel like I don't know. They have like heart shaped nipples and stuff nowadays. Right. So what's a heart shaped poop?
I do know a girl with a heart-shaped butthole. I do.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she really has one. Her name's Anna DeVille.
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss poem.
Yeah. No, she really has a heart-shaped butthole. I'm not joking. You can look it up.
Did she like do that just naturally?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, look
like
it up.
What's her name? Anna DeVille?
Anna DeVille. Yeah. She's a friend of mine. She's done a lot of she makes me feel like a prude.
Really?
Yeah, it's really crazy. Like she's very super hardcore.
I'm looking at it.
Does it like?
Is it? Oh, I kind of see the heart. Sort of. It looks mostly just regular.
No, okay. You're not looking at the right. Look up Anna DeVille heart-shaped butthole.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at this. Is some hardcore stuff. I'm looking at.
She makes some She makes me look like the most vanilla person on earth, and that is rare.
Oh, okay. I see.
You see the heart-shaped butthole?
I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's funny? Come here. That is my old house. That's my old couch. That was a porn that I directed.
No way. You're number one on here?
Yeah, I guess I know.
Was that wow.
That's my house. My old house.
Claim to fame.
Yep.
Wow. Anna DeVille. Shout out Anna.
Yeah, I just actually saw her. She was visiting New York. I saw her.
Is she related
last
to
month.
Sherry?
No, not at all.
Just a coincidence.
Just a coincidence. Yeah, but she has a heart-shaped butthole. I don't.
I
think
thought it was
she
like a
poops
surgery
hearts.
or something.
No. It's just always been that way. Isn't that crazy?
That is.
It really does look like a heart.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she poops out hearts. I don't know. We've never spoken about it, and that's strange that it's never come
It
up.
seems like insane that she's not trying to. That could be like
I know, right? That could really
marketing
be like a
genius.
big thing. Yeah. But you know, that's up to her.
That's up to her.
That's up to her. Yeah.
Did you know that the inventor of the Frisbee, when he passed away, turned himself into a Frisbee?
Wait, what? No freaking way. No,
Yes.
seriously, I really want to know about that. This
Yes.
is like talking about
Cryogenic. Like, yeah. Okay, like cry.
Okay, so how did he do it?
We're going to cry.
Gen.
Ick.
Okay.
Cry.
Ick. Okay.
Because you're crying because it's so cold.
Right.
Okay, so the Frisbee inventor, you know. Do you like, are you a fan of the Frisbee? Do you know what a Frisbee?
I mean, I know. Yes, no. What's a Frisbee? Okay, just because I didn't know exactly
Honestly,
what a wombat was. And now I remember because I have gone to the zoo in Australia and I have seen a wombat. I just forgot. I just like...
Frisbee's not that easy. Some people are
Right,
sick
no.
of Frisbee. I'm not
I
the
wouldn't say I'm
best.
particularly like a fan of Frisbee.
Yeah.
It's like for like hippies.
Yes.
And I
think
know,
like
I was very like anti-hippie.
you
know.
yeah, you were more punk.
I was punk. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were raised to not like hippies.
You don't want to be in the sun with the Frisbee throwing.
Yeah,
in the
we
park.
think we don't want to be happy.
Too much joy.
Too much
happy.
joy and
Yeah,
happiness and sunlight.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
I think it's like if you have a dog, you throw it and maybe jumps
Right,
in the
yeah,
air,
yeah.
but it's
We
too
were
happy.
It was too happy and healthy.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
mentally stable. I was not into that.
Well, this
okay. So
this is,
anyway,
this is dark.
But you know
though.
what?
But this is also dark and edgy.
Yeah, I'm not anti-Frisbee.
No.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Growth.
Okay. Yeah.
So
the guy who invented the
Invented the
Frisbee,
disc.
how did he turn into a Frisbee?
well, and so they
What was his name? Was his name
Walter Frisbee.
No, really? I'm like, what's his name? Frisbee?
It should be though. What the hell
should
is
be.
What? What? It's not.
Like what? Then how did he get the name Frisbee?
Is this like Fluffle? Someone just
Yeah.
made it up. Because like a Frisbee was also called a flying disc.
Okay.
So maybe they're like, we don't want to call it a flying disc. We'll call it a Frisbee. But anyway, so this man, Walter Frederick Morrison, the inventor of the Frisbee, was cremated in 2010. Okay. Not that long ago.
Cremated. Yeah, that's. Oh wow. He
2010.
Okay. When was the Frisbee invented?
When do you think it was invented?
I have no idea.
Well, he was born in 1920, so it was after that.
Oh wow! I didn't know the Frisbee was like so new.
It seems like a very primitive thing. Like they just figured out this thing that
I think you would think it was invented in like the 1800s.
yeah, like the
I mean, it's just
cavemen, the first cavemen.
it seems so obvious. All right.
No,
Okay.
in the after 1900.
Okay.
And okay, it actually
Somebody threw a plate against the wall. And
like, what did you just do?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
oh, that was amazing.
Yo,
Do it
throw
again.
it back.
Yeah.
and then they invented the hacky sack.
Right. Okay. So.
So in 1937, he got this idea.
Okay.
What if this disc flies?
Right, okay.
So he threw a popcorn can lid at his girlfriend, and he got the idea.
So this started from domestic abuse.
Well,
The Frisbee.
doesn't say if he actually threw it at her like that, or
So why else? How else? He was throwing it out of love.
Catch.
He was throwing it. He was throwing it from a.
That is hilarious. Though they're like a domestic violence, like
Like
also,
back then, it was
like, what did you just
acceptable.
do? Like it's just floating like a feather.
And she
like,
has a black eye.
yeah, just cry.
Shut up! I just invented something amazing.
And such a silly thing.
I just put a very darkness on the Frisbee guy. Maybe it was
he was
thrown out of love. Maybe he was like, "Catch this,
allegedly.
babe, catch this."
It's just while throwing.
and an engagement ring was.
You know what?
Okay, whatever.
I think this is all my fault because it does say while throwing a popcorn can lid with his girlfriend.
Oh, well, that's very
didn't say
different.
at.
You said at.
But this was just you threw it with, like he threw her
yeah, like
too.
at what? like what they were doing? Like
He was throwing
together?
things.
Like what, babe? Like hold my hand. Whatever. Okay, go on.
Things
They were
different back
throwing.
then.
Things were different.
They were throwing
yeah.
popcorn lids
Yeah.
at each other, and then
Okay, popcorn lid. Like when you had the.
I guess
the metal-
like a big, like
Okay,
like a
okay.
thing,
Like
like a lid and a big,
Okay, okay. A lid.
it's like the three flavors of popcorn.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
tin.
yeah. Okay.
I'm
Yes.
guessing it's like that.
Yeah.
The popcorn lid.
Okay, so throwing it together, not at her, with her. They like
They're
were
both their
watching a
hands.
movie and they're eating popcorn together, like romantically, and then they hold hands and they throw this thing.
It was a beautiful moment,
Yeah,
romantic.
That's much better than what
Yeah.
we said before.
No. He was.
He's like, bitch, bitch, make me some more popcorn,
Yeah,
bitch.
she's running away.
Get back in the fucking kitchen and
hits her in
make
the
me
head.
some goddamn popcorn.
It's like
okay.
a boomerang.
Yeah.
Almost.
Okay. So anyway,
Okay,
let's get to
so-
the part where he dies.
So
because he was a fucking abuser and a rapist. All right.
Allegedly, Frisbee, Mr. Frisbee.
Okay. He may have done nothing wrong.
No,
but
he didn't do anything wrong. We're just making.
We're just making.
This is the Wikipedia article.
This is how rumors start. We're just trying to get him canceled.
So he was divorced, which was rare back then.
Oh, so maybe he did throw it at her.
In 1994, Morrison caused a fatal accident by accidentally killed an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old.
Okay, what?
Yeah.
Right, so maybe he. All right, I go back. I retract my statement. This was.
We don't. He did something not so good in 1994, apparently, by causing a fatal accident.
Well,
we know this.
Yeah, not so good.
No.
Okay.
But nothing to do with the Frisbee.
But it was after he invented the Frisbee? Did he throw something at this person who died?
He was just drunk.
Okay, so he was just like rolling in dough.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's like Wolf of Wall Street with the Frisbee.
Was on pills, yeah.
He's like just.
Can you imagine if you did?
He's just like living in Beverly Hills off of Frisbee money.
That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine you just did something like, oh, yeah, it's like.
He's like the Jeff Bezos of the time he's above the law with his Frisbee money.
There's got to be so many people like. Just think of anything that exists and be like, okay, somebody invented it. And their family must have incredible money. Like the Rubik's Cube.
Right.
Like
okay, so the Frisbee guy murdered a child, like an 18-year-old?
Yes, and he ate their kidney alive.
And he like beat his wife with a disc.
No.
Right.
I think
they just threw things together.
I think they were just playing
a game.
Sweet game.
They were playing Pass the Popcorn.
It was a very popular game back then. All right? Things were different. Nowadays people play PS5. Back then they had a popcorn lid. It was different.
Okay, get to the part where he dies. Come on.
Yeah, it's not even on Wikipedia. But,
okay. How did he turn into a Frisbee?
It was actually just a coincidence. Did you notice his posture is changing? It was just very bad posture.
Okay, no, really, I want to know how he turned into a Frisbee after he murdered an 18-year-old kid.
It was an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old.
He murdered two people.
Two people.
By accident.
Injured three other. Well, he was drunk driving.
He was drunk driving. Okay.
And then
in his fucking Rolls Royce.
His car was shaped like a Frisbee. And they said, "Sir, this is a very dangerous vehicle. It can't fit in the lanes."
Like, fuck you. Do you know who I am?
I invented the Frisbee,
I invented the Frisbee. Don't fuck with me.
Do you know what I invented? It's like the Frisbee. The flying disc.
They're like, never mind, sir. Just carry on.
Yeah, he just gets
don't worry
pulled
about
over
it.
all the time.
And they just brush the kids aside.
Yeah. They cover it all up. Do you know who that was? That was the inventor of the Frisbee.
Yeah. Just shuffle some papers around.
Net worth of Frisbee.
Okay, no, I want to know how he died and turned into a Frisbee. Stop. Okay,
so you want to know how he died, or you want to know what happened after?
I want to know how he turned into a Frisbee.
Okay. Well,
did the family get revenge on him?
So, the inventor of the Frisbee died in 2010 at the age of 90.
Okay.
So he was cremated, right? So he's cremated and he's in ashes, right? So they mixed the ashes with plastic and they made some special edition Frisbees. How many did they make?
And did somebody at the funeral, did they play Frisbee?
Did they all play Frisbee? Somebody throws it. Oh no, he's on the roof.
The family of the two people he killed, they're all there playing Frisbee.
It is like a very kind of whimsical game.
Yeah. Like, you know what? Let's just all put this behind us.
With us, yeah. I mean,
and play a good game of Frisbee.
Honestly, I think that should be a new tradition at funerals.
To play Frisbee? To turn the person into a Frisbee?
No. Maybe just a Frisbee game.
Just a Frisbee game.
Because
Andrew, I think that's a terrible idea, to be honest.
We need some whimsy.
We can do that at your funeral. I would like there to be no Frisbee at my funeral.
All right, you heard it here first. If anyone says otherwise,
no.
She said no Frisbee.
I don't allow it. Yeah.
Do you want like your body to be used in any other like playful ways, or you
don't want to be used? But no, I'm sorry.
You don't want to be turned into like a toy or like.
Stop making sexual. I'm too deranged for you to say that kind of stuff to me. I want to be used, but no. Okay, I want to be a toy.
A plaything. Oh, damn.
No, I don't want. I mean, Oh my God. Okay, I can't go. I can't say these things out loud. Where did my brain? I don't know where my brain just went. But it would be pretty cool if I could have sex after I was dead. I mean, like I wouldn't.
You want people to have sex with you when you're dead.
I mean, I would like that. So maybe I could just pre-consent to that.
Okay.
Like just like so it's.
Are you like you're like a wax figure type thing?
I don't know. I mean,
you don't know.
Yeah,
but
I guess
you just want people to still have sex.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Yeah, I think it'd be.
I mean, if they're okay with it, I just want people to know that I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So like before I die, I could sign like a consent.
Yeah, like just
I consent to this
in perpetuity.
Yeah. It's like totally consensual if you want to fuck me.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe I'm old fashioned. Like, I mean, do people?
Maybe I'm old fashioned that way. You want to be fucked after you're dead?
No. I don't want to be cremated.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to be cremated.
Cremated.
I think it's against the Jewish religion anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be buried, like old school buried. I want to be in a cemetery with
but not frozen, not cryogenic.
No, I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to be in anyone's basement. I want to be in a cemetery. Come on, I'm goth. Like this is my chance to be in a cemetery. I want to be in a cemetery with a nice headstone.
Okay,
and a mausoleum. So and I want people to come and every day and tell me how much they miss me and put flowers on there.
What about the sex with your dead body part?
Maybe we don't need to get too far into that. But
okay.
I'm just saying. Like,
I see what you're saying.
I'm just saying, like, if maybe I'm dating someone, and then I die.
Oh.
If they just need to every once in a while come back and and visit me.
You don't want people like digging up. You're not.
Yeah, I'm not saying like
like dig you up, put you back.
I'm just saying like
you want people to still
get cool.
I know what you're saying. You want people to still, even after you're gone, to still have, to give people.
Yeah, I want Joanna Angel to live. I don't think Joanna should retire.
Now you'll never
I don't
retire.
know. Woo.
So the inventor.
Good thing nobody listens to this podcast and it's never going to come out because that was weird.
That's the clip.
I'm just saying that, like,
look,
like I think it would be
a lot of people like when they want maybe like to name like a library after them so like they can keep giving the gift of giving.
Exactly.
I think that's honestly I think that's like a selfless thing you're offering, and I think like
thank you. I want for the people who
it's for the people.
It's for maybe people who wanted to and never got around to it.
Yeah, and
they could do it,
and it could bring people together. It's like. It's like, where I was yesterday? And he's like, no fucking way. I was too.
So maybe I could get buried like
it's kind of like time's up or whatever. Time's left.
Oh my God.
You could have just like people meeting.
Oh my God.
Be like, we're all here for the same reason.
We're going to get fired from a show that we
yes,
are in charge of.
We're going to get banned from the internet.
We're going to get
just the whole thing. We can't even Google. We're banned from Google. We can't search on Google anymore.
What did I do?
Is it?
Okay, no freaking way. Oh my God, where did that go?
Well, let's switch it up.
Anyway,
well, I mean, going back to ancient Egypt.
I don't even know where we were. Oh, the frisbee.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so he turned into a frisbee, and he was a murderer and a rapist.
No.
An abuser.
Allegedly,
was he convicted of murder?
I think so. Oh, I don't know.
I don't think that's very alleged. That two people were dead and they were alive, and then he hit them into the car, and then they were dead. That's not very alleged.
I could look into into what happened to him. But
fuck that guy. I'm never good thing.
Frisbee
I never
death.
Frisbee.
He did. I mean, look, he did it when he was like 90 or no, he was an older man. He was a very old man
when he killed them.
When he got into the car accident,
Man.
So he had a good run.
He had a good run until
that. That's the thing you got to watch out because you can mess up your legacy. But Frisbee's not canceled though. I mean,
no, I guess they really buried that under the rug. They really did a good job of hiding that story.
Yeah, damn.
I bet you nobody in that family is ever going to play Frisbee.
Turned into the Frisbee. I feel like you can make multiple Frisbees though.
Out of
like
his body.
Like
yeah, I mean that's like
is
a
it
lot
just one? You could probably sprinkle the ashes in each one.
I have, this is not my area of expertise, but I guess did everybody play frisbee
at the funeral? Oh, we'll continue. We'll look into this more as the story develops.
Nobody wants us to look into. Nobody wants
this
to
is a
hear.
quick one.
Okay.
Did you know in ancient Egypt, when your cat passed away, it was tradition to shave off your eyebrows? Did you ever hear that before?
I have never heard that. No.
It's a pretty interesting.
To shave off your eyebrows
So
when
if-
your cat died.
If your cat died,
Okay.
as a sign of mourning, you would shave off your eyebrows, and then they would grow back.
Does this happen like today?
I think it's just in ancient Egypt. So just very old when mummies were, going on. They
Wait,
were
what do mummies have to do with cats?
Oh, it's just the ancient Egypt time. That's when they were doing stuff like weird
I
stuff.
don't think people had cats as pets then.
They did. I think they viewed them as like some as gods and stuff too.
They did?
Yeah, there was definitely cats. I went to Egypt. There was like cats on the walls of the pyramids. and
Okay,
stuff.
you're right.
Like
you're right. Yeah,
Isis.
yeah.
There's a cat named Isis.
Okay, you're right. So
That was it.
but were they cats or were they more like I feel like they were like early like tigers kind of
because they're kind of like long.
Yeah.
Did cats?
I don't think they had like pet cats like the way we have them today.
Wow. Okay, so you think this one might be a fib? You think this one might be?
Well, I think we're like missing some.
They did look a little
I
bit
don't
different.
think they had pet cats like the way we have them today and put like sweaters on them and they play with catnip and chase yarn,
Do you think they made?
I think it was like a different
When was
thing.
catnip invented? Like, when did they realize that?
Definitely way after ancient Egypt,
says-
like definitely way after the pyramids.
It says AI. This is according to AI overview, which is wrong a lot, but it says yes. Ancient Egyptians had pet cats,
Did
and
they?
they
All right,
were
I'm wrong.
they were also considered sacred animals that brought good luck.
Okay. Okay.
So there's.
I didn't think that they had that. Did they? Did they like?
They dress. I mean, these are very good. These
Did
are
they
like they're wearing
dress
jewelry.
them up?
Yeah. These are like.
Did
Again, I
they
don't know
like
if
have
it
them
was-
play the piano and like put glasses on them and like?
I mean, all these pictures, like they're wearing jewelry and they have like metal necklaces
Okay,
and
this was like early TikTok.
like look at that. It's a lot of gold.
All right, that is a really nice cat.
Yeah, they seem.
All right, I didn't know. All right,
So-
I'm shocked. I didn't know that. Like,
So if you see somebody they have no eyebrows,
I thought like
they
pets
could be going
were
somewhere.
more. I thought
You
like
didn't think
animals
pets-
as pets was like a more modern.
When did pets start? Domesticated dogs about 15,000 years ago.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah. I don't think everybody had cats and stuff and dogs.
Just the
like
people
that.
in Egypt.
Just the. Yeah. Okay.
Shirt inside out. No. All right. Okay. So they
that's-
shaved their eyebrows
Yep.
off.
That was a quick
Why?
one. That was it. That's
Just
it.
as like
That's what they did.
like in memory of.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like my cat's not here, then I shouldn't have eyebrows.
Yeah.
Was it like a religious thing?
I think they were figuring things out.
They're figuring-
like they
weren't sure what else to do.
They're like, look, we got to do something.
We
Like,
got to do.
like think about like
Like, what else can I
traditions.
do?
Like well, that's what we do.
Did the cats really?
Why do we do
like
anything?
their eyebrows?
Why do we do anything? They're like, well, but that just seems like it's going to impact your face for a while.
So they would shave their eyebrows
And
off.
then-
And this was
until they grew
before
back.
eyeliner pencil. This is before microblading or anything like
Definitely before microblading. They may have had some type
So
of
they were
makeup,
just
but-
like, I don't have a cat. I need to be less
Yeah.
attractive.
for like a
Something
month.
like that.
Yeah, for like I don't know how long does it take
Out of
eyebrows to
respect
grow
for the
back?
cat.
Yeah,
Well, that's really true love.
That's beautiful.
Right there. That is beautiful. They are humanitarians
Mhm.
or were much nicer than the Frisbee guy.
better than the frisbee guy for
Better
sure.
than the Frisbee guy.
Did you know that
What did he do?
British spies they made explosive chocolate to try to assassinate Hitler or Winston Churchill?
Wow. That is like,
Explosive chocolate.
that's like,
I feel like that's kind of messed up.
that's like going back to the basic. It's like, it's like when a parent needs their kid to have their medicine and nothing else works because
Yeah.
the kid just doesn't want
right.
to eat the medicine. He's like, no, Mom. He spits it out, whatever it is. Try to feed it. You try to make it a liquid. You're just like, no, I'm not fucking drinking that shit. I'm not, or your dog for that matter.
Yeah,
You're just like, I know when I have to give my dog medicine, he does not want it. Like, he's too smart. So I got to like wrap it up in a turkey thing. I'm like, here you go. You're such a good boy. And you get, so that's almost like doing that. They're like, what's going to work with Hitler?
So
he likes chocolate.
Also for Winston Churchill, who I think was like kind of like a bigger guy. I feel like you're also like, besides trying to kill the guy, you're also kind of calling him fat, and like you're kind of like going
fat
off
shaming.
Of that. A little bit.
Fat shaming.
Like you could you could just shoot him. You got to make
Hitler.
Like
or Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill. I'm like if it's
Wait, did Winston Churchill give him the chocolate?
No. Apparently,
or Winston Churchill and Hitler were friends, right?
No.
Oh,
so it looks like this article is different than this one. So this one might be wrong. I think we found a false one. This one says the British spies did it to assassinate Hitler. This one says the Nazis tried to do it to kill Churchill. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on?
Who died from chocolate?
So nobody did, but they tried to. But this sounds like this was not a good idea. It sounds like it was a steel bar.
It sounds like this was like they ran out of. This sounds like.
So apparently, there's all these. So they came up with ideas.
Like in Breaking Bad, remember there was like that whole 3 episodes with the ricin.
The ricin.
The ricin, yeah. They put it in a cigarette,
I
right?
hated that.
That was so uncomfortable. Everything got so dark after that. Yeah.
Because what happened? Like Jesse Pinkman, like he was dating that girl with the kid, and then like the kid almost died, or
yeah. It was in a cigarette, and they kept trying to give the cigarette to the ricin.
Yeah, I remember.
It was like that.
Yes.
It was like that. And you know what?
But this one,
they did that when they were running out of other ideas. So
apparently
it was a last stitch effort.
I don't know how good of a thing this was, but it was like steel and metal. It wasn't like just chocolate. He picks it up and says,
I think if I was
Hitler,
Hitler,
is it so heavy?
I'd be like, I'm not falling for this. Like, yeah, sure, I'll eat this.
You pick it up, it's just like
somebody
ticking.
just puts it on the ground. They're like a gift for like Happy Valentine's Day, like a gift for you.
Something looks suspicious. I don't trust.
It's like
when you broke off a piece, it would explode. That's what it says.
Oh, okay. You didn't even have to eat it.
No, just break it off. It would set off the thing.
It didn't work.
I think this is nonsense.
It was the first like weed. When you eat
nefarious candy.
All right. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
We'll do a speed run real quick and
a speed run.
Yep. Did you know that some people can hear their own eyeballs in their head? Have you ever thought about that?
No, I don't even know how to think about that.
I guess like imagine you were just like looking left and right, and it was just going like.
Oh, like you're
like you can hear the slime and the thing is moving.
That must be terrible.
That must be distracting.
I'm sorry for whoever that happens to. That's awful.
ADHD is bad enough. Imagine to hear the. Did you know there's professional rock paper scissors? Very exciting.
Like a competition?
There's competition. I feel like that's something you would probably go to. Like,
yeah,
you like
I would.
the bagel competitions?
I would.
There's
official like a unicycle convention. I went to that. Like
professional rock paper scissors. That could be.
Is it in New York?
I clicked that up. I don't think so.
Let's go. Are there tickets available?
Rock paper scissors tournament. I just feel like, I don't know. Is there like the best guy in the like? I feel like you could be good at that once.
How do you get good at it? How do you where do you go train for it? Is there like a training school for it?
Yeah, is there like a sensei? Harder! Don't give up! He's like
paper, scissors.
He's crying. You're weak.
Rock.
He's just like smashing. Yeah. Yeah. So
he gives him like a sharp paper cut.
Ooh.
Oh. Ooh.
They should do real rock paper scissors, but with like
with like the real things.
Yes.
Like I feel like they would do that on like what's that movie with Keanu Reeves?
The Matrix?
No, not that one.
Where
he's
no
an assassin.
Idea. John Wick.
Yeah. I feel like that would happen in John Wick. Right?
Yeah, he would kill somebody with a scissor.
He would even like they would have like a rock paper scissor, like a deadly.
What do you do?
Like a lethal rock paper scissors.
Yeah. Give me that rock. And then we have this is not true. People in medieval times thought farting near bread made it taste better.
Okay, this is really getting out of hand here. I can't even. The mummies on the Titanic I was into, but this is like.
Can you imagine living in a world where like someone's like, hey, how you doing?
Honestly, that sounds like something like someone on my OnlyFans.
Oh, they're probably requesting that. It's like, I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Somebody would be like, please fart on bread and send it to me. How much?
Have you ever farted into a Wonder Bread?
No. And I've done a lot of things.
I've
never done that.
You're leaving money on the
There
table.
is that girl that she sells farts in a jar.
Oh, yeah. How's she doing?
I think she's doing so well. She doesn't have to fart in jars anymore, from what I understand. I think she's...
Do you think she was actually farting on the... She was?
I think so. Or else...
Is that authenticated? I would worry that I would worry that if I was into that and I wanted it, that it wouldn't be real. It would be just
No, I
wanted,
think it was real.
God bless.
From what I know, I don't know. Maybe because I bought one. I'm just kidding. I didn't buy one. But
what's the market for that? How much do you charge?
Honestly, I don't know. But
damn,
she did make a lot of money. I know that.
She figured it out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Joanna, for coming.
That was really
on this
fun.
weird...
I really enjoyed that. I learned a lot.
Yes. I think you're going to have some fun facts to tell people. It's going to come up in conversation.
Yes, exactly. Really, thank you. Now I can make new friends. Maybe without the app, because I have so many more things to talk about.
Did you know that the Frisbee, and then you could just go off
You'll be
on
like,
it.
did you know that the Frisbee guy was a fucking prick, a murderer,
You're banned
an
from the app.
abuser?
Yes. Okay.
I will go to the bodega tomorrow and they'll be making a sandwich. I'll be like, do you know if you fart in that, it's going to taste better? Yeah. And everyone's going to want to be my friend.
They would be, yeah.
I would want to be my friend. Yeah. If somebody came in the bodega and told the bodega guy to fart in the sandwich, I would.
Imagine it's everyone in the street. If someone's like, hey, they just grab your sandwich. They're like, hold on. and then you have to say thank you to them. And you're like, that's so
Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing that.
I was like, the sandwich was missing something, and you just came along and you rescued it.
We would be if farting was somehow like a currency. It could be used for generosity. We'd be great as a society.
Yeah, we would. But
unfortunately, people don't like.
Right, but I've never farted in my life. So
No.
So I wouldn't know anything about that.
No, you never farted or sold farts. We got that.
Yeah, and I don't poop in a cube.
Not yet.
Not yet.
With that attitude,
I'm gonna try.
You'll never do it.
Believe in yourself. I'm manifesting.
Look, there might be, butthole mold.
Don't even.
I can't Google
Your
that.
computer's gonna be like, go to bed. Your Google search is like, stop. Go to bed.
Like it's just.
You're done.
It's something in the shape of a thing.
It's got to be possible.
It's got to exist.
I think we should.
Tune in next week to see the
next time
the follow.
This may never see the light of day.
Hopefully not. Yeah, we may be banned.
Yeah, maybe
from the internet.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you so much. It was an honor. And
no freaking way.
You're killing it with the branding.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
No
so much.
freaking way.